Brian Loftus is live at LT to show us the variety of teas you can enjoy free today. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, dear. Good morning, everyone. Yes, we are here at LT. We've been enjoying tea all morning, tea tasting, tea ceremony. There's even tea classes here, and it really has been an education, but also an education and enjoyment. And let's get into it. Somebody might say, where does it all start? And it all starts back in 2737 BC, around there at least, with a breeze. Now tell people the story, or at least one of the theories as to how tea started.
Sure. Well, legend says that there was this great emperor. His name is Shen. He is also known as the father of medicine during that time in China. They were traveling one day and decided to rest, to stop. And so he rested underneath a tree, and his servants actually started boiling tea. During that time, Shen, as being the father of medicine, recommends to boil water before you drink it. So while the servant is boiling water, a little bit of breeze came by, and a few leaves from the tree fell inside the kettle.
Voila.
And, so I guess it got, brewed in there. And so when he drank the water, he actually was surprised to feel revitalized and refreshed. So ever since then, he started, studying about the tea, and it's actually called cha in China.
So a little history for our viewers. One of our viewers, Laura, wanted to know, does the equipment used, for example, the teapot that when seasoned doesn't even need leaves, does the equipment make a significant difference in the taste of the tea?
Well, see, it takes a really, really long time before you could actually acquire the teapot, the I Ching teapot, acquire the flavor of it. It would take many, many generations. Actually, especially the I Ching teapot, it would be passed down from one generation to another. So there's actually a story where there was a beggar who owns a really good seasoned teapot compared to a rich guy's teapot, and the rich guy actually paid the beggar for all his riches for that teapot, but they just kind of shared the teapot.
And free tea today here at LT,
yes.
Cultivated in subtropical and tropical regions and available right here in Fresno. Coming up, we'll be getting back to the formality of the tea ceremony, which was quite an enjoyable moment earlier. We're going to do that again in the 9 o'clock hour. Kim McCopey, back to you in the studio. I will bring you tea.
Oh, thank you.
What a sweetheart. Thank you very much. It's good to remember, though, to just sit and relax for a moment. I mean, when tea began as a ceremony, and now we just take it in the car with us, and part of it spills when we stop at a stoplight and we're talking on the phone or we're listening to the music, and, we're just forgetting to take a moment. Would you like to? Would you like to take a 2-minute moment?
Sure.
Well, then why don't we do that? We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Enjoy.
Well, while we're letting this cook rather quickly, let's move from steak to tea for a moment.
And Brian Loftus is at LT in Fresno for tea time. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Kim McCopey. Good morning, everyone. Yes, we're in the process of a tea ceremony right now. It's kind of an elaborate preparation and with quite a bit of enjoyment. I was just smelling the tea, sniffing the tea, and now pour it in, and the best part is drinking it. And to answer the question, free tea here at LT until noon today. Appearing on Great Day, of course, and also on the show after this, Valley Life. So a lot of tea and people coming in to enjoy it today. Now, Ethel, tell me a little bit about the process. The instruments that are used, you're using the brush to coat it. Why so?
That's to make the patina look more smoother and shinier, just to seal in the tea that are inside the teapot, because like we talked about it a while ago, the I Ching teapot is made of the I Ching mud from China, and if it's particularly used for oolong teas, and the more you use it, the tea, the aroma and the flavor of the tea sips in through the teapot, which it keeps the flavor, taste.
Is that when it becomes a seasoned teapot?
And that's when it becomes a seasoned teapot. Like you'll see here, you'll notice how this one is not so shiny compared to this one, because this teapot has already been seasoned.
If somebody wants to come to LT and do a tea ceremony, how much would it cost? I mean, is it, and how long would it take? Is it a process?
Yes, first of all, they would have to call us to reserve a date, and then it's $15 a person. And for 1 to 2 person, it would take an hour session. If it's 2 or more, it would take up to 2 to 3 hour session.
And we're enjoying one type right now, although we have tried a variety through the morning, but you can actually enjoy up to 15 different types of tea. And let me ask you, Ingo, as an owner, what motivated you to start this business in Fresno?
Well, when I first came to Fresno 15 years ago, I saw that there was a need for tea in Fresno, for a place that actually offers tea. And I went through the MBA program and then acquired all the business skills and thought, maybe that's an opportunity to open a tea store here. So that's what I did, and I think it's very successful so far.
It's a terrific idea, and people can obviously do this here in the store, but can they do this at home?
Definitely. We have all the equipment. They can purchase it from us, and we have all the teas, and we also teach people how to do it. And they can use any kind of method of tea preparation. And this one we are seeing here, the gung-fu tea ceremony, is one of the specific methods for specific teas, the oolong teas.
An interesting thing about the tea leaves, they can actually be used in your garden. And something else very interesting, I want to just head over to Stephanie very quickly. Stephanie, you actually use tea when you give facials. Tell us briefly about that.
I use tea for the facials because it helps with the detoxing process. So you want to get the toxins out of your skin so you can have nice skin and more energy.
The many benefits of tea, including antioxidants, anti-cancer properties, and longevity is another one that's being considered. Good stuff, Kim and Kopi. I'll see you soon with tea.
Oh, thank you. We've learned so much, Brian.